they need to find a road that we can do an international competition on. So I brought the butt board up with me, my leathers, the helmet and everything else, and at the end of the day, after the skiing, there was, the opportunity was there, because I talked the coach driver into actually following us down and just riding the road when it wasn't closed. And so I had everybody from the ski club, which was about 50 odd people, all on the front of the bus, out of the windscreen, looking, thinking, and then just put my helmet on and said, well, we'll go from here, and sort of off I went. And I didn't know what was going on behind me. I just sort of like concentrating on the road, keeping to my own side of the road, and it was good. It was a really fast road. When I got to the bottom, after 2.5 miles, all you could hear from the bus when it eventually caught up was like all this cheering and clapping, and like nobody could believe what was going on. So I got back on the bus and there was a big cheer, and it was like, I just thought, well, it's good. And the coach driver, who was sort of trying to keep up at the time on the top section of the road, said, well, I was doing 63 miles an hour and you was sort of still pulling away from me. So I am really surprised. I wasn't expecting, this sort of turnout. I mean, the sort of, the round sort of 45, 50 people that I have turned out, but the thing is that they're the best in the world, and this is a first event. To get this far, with the help and the support of my family, the friends, and sort of the local community from Aviemore, and Cairngorm connections, they've helped me quite a lot to get this event going. So getting the connections with the people in Aviemore itself which was hard going, but I think the outcome's going to be pretty good. I think everybody's going to be back next year.
Okay, we'll have a look at the Aviemore race road, 2.5 miles long, top speed of over 70 miles an hour, coming up to the start, waiting on the start for the go, and we're off. Hard push, 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, getting in a really good tuck, getting up to 50, 60, 65 miles an hour, approaching the gun barrel, on the brakes a little bit, coming through the gun barrel at 30, 40 miles an hour, coming out of the gun barrel, getting a really low tuck to carry your speed across to the sugar bowl. Speed coming into the sugar bowl is about 30, 40 miles an hour. Halfway through the sugar bowl, you get a little pull that actually pulls you down the hill, a couple of G-force. Coming down the juice box straight, 60, 70 miles an hour. On the brakes a little bit, off the brakes, through the juice box, a little bit of slide. Carry on over the bridge, keeping in a really low tuck, looking for the finish, looking to pass someone in front, through the finish, and it's all over.
Oh, it was really fun. It was good speed, nice course, pretty view, some good challenging turns that you have to brake for, some that you don't have to brake, but you're really leaning off to the side and having it skip around. Feels real fast, real smooth. It's fast. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's good swapping of positions. I think I passed and repassed people several times going down, so it's going to be some exciting racing that no one's going to know when it's over until the finish line. It's longer than probably the average course. It's a little bit faster than the average course. It only has one really technical turn in it that's kind of a big sweeping one, so it's fun. But some of the other courses in the World Cup have more difficult turns, but maybe only a half-mile course, where this is 2.5 miles, so it's 5 times the distance. So it's like 5 little races all in one that lots of chances to pass and get repassed and draft and come back in. There'll be a lot of strategy going through. Excellent.
Away from the road, please! Great. That first turn is the whole race. And then after that it was quite slow, but my GPS right here says we got up to 61 on our first practice run, so I broke a lot, so I'm sure it'll be close to 70 miles an hour today.
So it's going to make good racing then?
Yeah. It's going to be a drafter's race. Yeah. You know, the little guy is going to be the fast man in the turn, and the big guy is going to be the drafting guy in the straight. So no one has an advantage here. That's great. You're going to get a guy, you're going to get the big braking guy is probably going to be the king today. Yeah. So the guy who can brake the latest and carry the more speed through the course. So.
But it's fun though, you like it?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great day. I mean, this all will be drafting. The guy who leaves that corner first will not win. So it's going to be like bicycle too. So you don't want to be in the back of the pack. You want to be in the front of the pack in second or third. So that's going to be great. Cheers.
Oh, this course is something else. There's almost too much to learn. It's so long, and it's got different variations. I mean, the obvious really fast speed in that one turn, but there's all kinds of variations in the road surface that keeps you busy, keeps you thinking, and just about when you think it's slowing down and you're starting to get comfortable, it picks up a rocking speed once again.
Yeah. So it's fast then?
Oh, yeah, it's very fast. Yeah. It's going to take all day to learn this road. Yeah.
So it sounds like a drafter's race on the bottom half?
The bottom half will be. I mean, up at the top, everybody's going to be on their own, trying to figure out what kind of speed and lines that they want into that thing. We got to name that thing. I mean, probably the first couple runs with a bunch of people, we'll come up with a nickname for it, you know. Yeah. But it rocks. It's going to be a long, spaced out. You're going to see people passing and repassing.
Yeah.
It's that kind of road.
Great.
If you make a mistake, you get time to make it up again. So it'll be fun.
Technical at top with the one big hard left. You'll be hearing about that all weekend long. That's where be a good place to stand and watch. There's going to be a lot of action there. That kind of sets up the rest. If you come out of that hot, the rest of it gets slow and then fast, and a couple bends towards the bottom. So people who carry a lot of speed out of that early turn and are then patient through the straights have a nice wild ride in front of them, and that's where most of the passings and things will happen, down towards the bottom. Some people might sacrifice some traction because of the one tough turn in effort to just get something that's going to roll fast. That's not always mutually exclusive, traction and speed, but there's a tendency, if you're sticky and have the traction, to be a little slower. So I'm going to be one of the guys that's going to run my wheels, the faster wheels, and try to outroll people at the bottom.
In the shadowy part, I almost went straight off the course. I lost sight of the road for a second, and all of a sudden it was like, I had to just, I mean, the back end just came right, you know, but it's like the shadows just totally killed me through there. It's fast, you know, you're going, and I thought, I was like, I had a really good line through here this time, you know, and also it's like, no, it's not, you know. I was wondering why it felt so smooth. It was like, because I was going straight. I wasn't following the road.
So out of the six of us, we've got first guy off on the first big left-hander into the bales. Second guy, speed wobble on the nasty left, the fast left with the bales.
Yeah, that was Michael Warren there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And Daniel Poole came off there.
We were cruising by.
Daniel Poole as well.
Second time he came off.
So out of the six guys taking a second run because their first one was fouled up in one way or another, 3 offs.
50%.
Well, if you find that you're going to slide into a hay bale, I mean, the hay's right here, you're coming around the corner this way. I mean, what you'll do is you'll pull your hand in because your hand will hit the hay. When you break all your fingers, you'll break your hand. But what you try and do is lift your feet up over the hay bale because the ball will punch through it, and it's better if the hay hits you in the back of the femurs rather than if you've got your legs down and you hit the hay, it'll throw your foot into it and it'll turn your foot this way and break your ankle. You know, and then spin you back out on the track again. You know, a lot of guys forget to do that. It's more like it's got to be like muscle memory. You know, as soon as you come in, and that way the nerve bar that your feet sit on takes the brunt of the impact and shaves a lot of the impact off, which makes it easier. You then just slide off your board and do a roll or whatever. In a corner, I mean, you break with your outside foot. You know, I mean, there's times when you're breaking with this foot's out, and you get your arm on the road like this, and you're just pushing. You're pushing on the horn, Because if you sit up, it takes the weight off your back truck, and it'll slide ball, then it'll flip you out like an egg. And you go through corners, and you'll have your whole body on the road, and it's like a prayer and a song, you know? It's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You know, and then you get it all cleaned up and get back in your tuck, you know? Because a lot of people, when you go into a corner, too, the thing is, you're on the board here, it's like you shift over, and you trim it, and you wait, and the horn's here, and you rock out this way, but you got to put your hand on the inside then, because just the inertia of going on the corner throws you back to the center of the board. And it might look like everyone's going smooth down there, but while you're on that board, you're just shaking around like this, and you know, and you're trying to breathe, and you know, and you say, oh my God, 10,000 times.
So like say we're gonna go for that left-hand turn.
Yeah.
Okay, take your front hand and move it up onto the wing here, but keep your back down. So what you want to do is, see, you can either do it by sitting up or you can do it by shifting over. So shift over,
yeah.
and slide this hand back a little bit.
Just to the end of that.
So you're still grabbing on.
So just the end of that rail.
Now you're leaned over right now, and what happens is you'll naturally like cheat back a little bit this way, so that you keep your balance going through the turn.
How do you mean?
You'll be going straight, but because you've leaned over, the board wants to lean right now.
Yeah.
So you'll end up cheating your weight a little bit naturally by forcing. In other words, by
How do you
putting
mean cheating your weight? Just moving it across?
by putting your hands in this position, it forces your shoulders to come over here.
Yeah.
To go straight, you'll subtly adjust your body a little bit. No, but your shoulders have to be over there if you keep your hands there. You'll end up moving your hips a little bit over to that side to go straight. You'll just do it naturally.
Yeah.
To keep from turning, even though your hands are like this.
Okay.
So now you're working to go straight. You're actually counter-turning to go straight. When you get to the turn itself, you'll be able to relax, and you'll naturally be in the turn. And then as the turn gets steeper, now you just add a little bit more turn to it. So it's like you're already naturally, it's like trim for the turn. The board wants to be in a turn, but you're not turning anymore. You're just laid in a position that's taking you around the turn.
Yeah.
You follow that?
Yeah, I get you.
Tim normally rides stand-up skateboarding, you could see, and this is his first outing luging in a luge race, and he's testing out a new design.
Do you think he picks up quickly?
Yeah, he picks it very quickly. Good.
I was doing that up there as well, yeah?
Yeah.
In the knees. Okay.
Yeah, try to keep the knees flatter. That'll make a big difference, and also you can see over them.
Yeah.
If you have them up a little bit, then you have to sit up higher in order to see over your knees. So even if you have to adjust your body back a little bit.
Yeah.
But you got to push your feet forward so they're out. Like, they don't necessarily have to be here. You can have, like, your heels can be up more, and then but push it so you can straighten your legs out.
Yeah.
Out and pointed. This is called a butt board. And so this is the same length as a long skate. It's just a long skateboard. Oops. Hazards of traffic.
Actually, our operable. I think I
cut it out.
This distance, or do you want to mark
He can do that afterwards.
it's shorter now.
How far up should you do your?
You're gonna do them exactly here.
It's going to be a weight thing.
This rough cuts?
It's rough cuts first, yeah.
Or, you know what, you might even want to step up here and just do this yourself like this. Yeah. You're right-handed? Yeah. Why don't you jump up here? That looks good.
Good idea.
And start from open hand.
Here, you mean?
Yeah, in other words,
your boards, Chris?
cut like this.
It's all new to me.
Do I cut really close? Yeah, as close as I can.
No, turn the board this way, cut in to get double blanks.
Don't listen to it.
Yeah, let's give him a couple more. As long as he's
Kneel
cutting.
down. Kneel
Let's
down.
put 2 or 3 underneath and then cut out the
Kneel
one
on
at the
your
same
right
time.
Hey, you cut the table like that.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, no, let him get to here, then we'll move after. Well, maybe you want to move it all the way so it won't hit for sure. Okay.
Right on schedule.
Halfway through, the table falls apart, he drops through. Oops.
What are you going to get ready for? Let's start to move.
So this is an original lot classic butt board. It's one of the vehicles that will be raced during this event. And mine went missing in the airport luggage, so yesterday I got a piece of wood and a saw and cut this out, and I've been practicing and racing today. And Tom over here now has taken some of the spare wood and is cutting out a tracing of that board, and he'll be racing this later today.
Don't touch nothing. Ah, you're good laddies.
Well, a lot of people were saying your metal.
What's the matter? Oh no, that's your thing. That's a compliment, digger. What's that? That's a compliment. See, I'm swapping them around because these ones are worn out a little bit.
Same bus will take that.
No, you're right next to each other and you look at each other's axle and they don't spin.
Oh, you guys were doing that?
As soon as you put load on them, they don't spin.
Aha. So now he's like,
Unless the bearings that you have in your housing are better than the bearings in your wheel, because it's just going to be whatever has the least friction is going to roll.
For the camera's benefit, what we're talking about here is these axles,
the free-floating axle,
rest on bearings. The bearings are in the truck itself. The theory being that the axle will also spin and thereby have less friction, less rolling resistance or friction, so you'll be overall faster. But what we're finding is that when you put any sort of weight on it and go into a turn, the axle has enough of a bend in it to where it doesn't spin anyway. And so truly the advantage of having a floating axle is limited to the fact that you know when your axles are bent, because you can grab onto the wheels and twist, and if your hanger starts flipping around, then you know to change your axle. But
that and its security. If you threw a bearing out in your wheel or something, then the axle will pick up.
Yeah, if the bearings in the wheel froze, then you could spin on the axle and it just wouldn't all explode on you. But it's not giving the kind of benefit that most people were after, which was speed, and we're paying, what, like triple the price for a truck. And there's some sacrifice in excessive weight. And because you have to hollow that area out, it makes the truck a little, weaker. So it's not necessarily the right way to go, but people.
But it is good security.
You run what you brung, yeah.
It's good security for sure.
Yeah. Well, on a luge, I mean, we have a whole other in the front. We have a whole other system of wheels. So if one wheel goes, you almost don't care about the others for safety. If a back one goes, it's still not as big a deal. The technology behind the sport. Here's one speed
and the lost
ring.
speed washers.
Yes. When you put a lock nut up against your wheel, you want to have one of these in between so the lock nut itself doesn't press up against the side of the bearing and slow everything down. So these little 10-cent items here can be a lifesaver. If you don't have them psychologically, you're ruined.
That's the way it's done.
Doing what we do, basically this is a head game. You're out thinking the guy. It's not so much a physical talent as it is a mental skill. You're actually racing the people, drafting and picking your lines and picking the time when you want to pass somebody. It's actually having your head on straight more so. That's why mostly it's an older field. When I started, I was 24 and I was one of the youngest guys in the field. So it's basically just having the brains for it, believe it or not. I started, it was like you knew the top 5 guys would probably be in the finals every time. Now there's, at any race, even if there's only 20 guys, usually it's the top 20 men in the world. Every race is tight. It's always anybody's game. So it's the competition has changed. Other than that, the racing is basically the same. There's some people that have been doing this for fun, that just kind of stepped into it and they already had the raw talent. They've just been basically practicing for this forever, not knowing that they could actually get into this kind of competition. Between those guys and the people that have been in the field for a while, it's the talent levels are increasing a lot. We're starting to do boards that actually have the trucks mounted on the top and they drop through the center of the board. My new pro model is actually a production drop board. The Randall trucks are like the industry standard for downhilling. Most everybody are running those now. That's been an evolution over years. It's new to quite a few people because they haven't been in it. But other than that, it's a stick of wood with wheels. They're just better at high speed. They're designed for going fast, so they don't turn well till you get going 40, 50 miles an hour is when they turn the best. And that's usually when most trucks fail, when they can't hang anymore. So it's between that and the dropped board and the aerodynamic helmets and stuff that we have, it's highly stable. You know, at 35, it's not fast enough anymore. Specifically with the trucks, it just makes it that much easier. You just worry about racing the other guy and keeping your body shape right and drafting and passing, and you're not worrying about trying to hang on to your board.
I just didn't brake. I just kind of went for it.
First, Gary Hardwick.
thought I came out hot on the lap.
Yeah.
But by the time I reached, like, you know, the beginning of the Sugar Bowl, it's like, where did it all go? Did the wind die? Do I have the fly open? I don't
have a genuine lot classic.
That's it. I've got
Head
the,
out your
I've
own
got
board,
the fake.
that's what happened.
We were cooking. Hey, Werner
you were really
tried to get away from you and just cut in front of me, and he ran over my tennis shoe, and then he flew. But he was on top of my tennis shoe.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank
Way
you.
too hot.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, into the first turn, Dave's sliding, I'm going hot, and Gerhardt comes from the inside with too much speed, totally sliding. You can see he's picking his feet up. It's, please, Gerhardt, don't crash into me. Get it under control. We got it, hooked it up, and we ran it
I
around.
was done in that first turn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I thought I was done.
You.
Oh, it's behind over.
I'm just hanging up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, yes.
It was a good, exciting race. I mean, you have all top people from around the world racing. Everybody wanted to win. It was very obvious. There was no one giving any shots to anybody else.
The first place, again, Darren Locke.
Pick a blue one. I'll pick a blue one. Oh.
There you go.
Thanks. Can I say something?
Yeah, go.
I have to do this without crying, and I'll probably cry. As you guys know, all my luggage was lost when on the trip coming over here, which is like your ultimate nightmare as a racer.
I cried too.
And I'm crying about that. The thing that was so amazing is how much everybody pitched in. I mean, I had like nothing, and I probably could have built 10 boards with everything that people were coming up with, from you know, all kinds of trucks to wheels to bearings to John staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning helping me cut stuff out. And the end result was we were able to build this board, and I was able to practice all day long. And that was the difference between feeling confident on the hill and being afraid I was going to die on it. And the fact to watch everyone come together as a family and make the whole thing happen so that my trip wasn't ruined, I just have to thank you all, and I want to give Chris his board.
Oh, that was sweet.
Good. Yeah.
Frankie!
Don't take his helmet off.
Where's it hurt, man?
Oh, just my arse.
Coffee?
All right.
Ouch. Don't move, mate. Don't move, Rich.
You know what? You did what you're supposed to. You get your legs up and you hit your ass protected.
I was going sideways and yeah. Cool. Do you see me?
Cool.
You see, subconscious, I listen to you.
You went quite a long way and your legs come up.
Yeah.
It would have been your feet.
Yeah, well, I know. I remember thinking, I don't want to break legs. Well, you can see this luge. This wheel lives here. I was coming down on the fast section. After the hairpin, you start going fast again, going about 60 miles an hour. Just about to come into the most crucial corner of the whole circuit. For the first time ever, I didn't brake. And I heard a rattling noise, and I stopped turning. And the hay bales came at me.
The actual metals.
And this is sheared off the metal.
There's metal. That is metal there.
There's metal in there. The metal is actually sheared. I was getting so much force.
Oh, no,
Well, it's an old piece of equipment, I guess. And back end into the hay bales, lifted my feet away so I wasn't going to get broken legs. You just always fall in so that your body goes in first, and tumbled about 10 feet, I think, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But I'm here in one piece, a bit sore at the back, so I'll see.
I just got pushed into the hay bale. Yeah, it's racing, you know. If you're on the outside line, you're the idiot. I was the idiot this time. You know, it's racing. I mean, it was my own mistake. If you race these guys are the top guys on the planet. You have to race hard. And I didn't race hard enough, so actually that's the reason why I went off. You know? But that's the way it is.
Great start, man. And you were keeping me down in the garbage.
I made a mistake, actually. I was stupid.
Yeah,
I should
you were
have gone
totally
to the inner
stupid.
line. You know?
guys were pulling giant moves. Every time going through, Dave Rogers was braking. So by the time I got the lead going through that turn, I said, okay, this is going to be me because there's no one going to dare pass on here. And he hit the bump and came through the air, flying across. My feet hit the back of his board. I mean, that's how close we were as he skipped across, then pulled in. Suddenly, Pete Elliott's over on my side. We're dueling there, going through. And I guess just at the finish line, Tom Mason took advantage of the draft of both of us and took third. So, unbelievable race. I mean, it's super exciting final. And a great place. Great place. I had more speed coming than I passed both you guys. Going around into the...
Right, as soon as I saw you coming up, I'm like, who is that? And I'm like, Darren. And you just became one of the space needles the rest of the way.
And how did you gain that much ground on the bottom? You had a good lead here.
Well, because I bounced into Darren. Get out of my way, I'm coming through, Darren. Hey, a lot of guys can win on skill, but not everybody can win on luck.
Me and Tom are coming on like gangbusters, and all of a sudden you guys just came with a smooth
Me? I was in the dirt like 3 times coming down. I don't know what was going on. Hey, you guys... Yeah, you're following me. I was like, whoa, everywhere.
Well, a lot of stuff happened in that race. Basically, the last 3 races were, or the last couple were just like finals. All the guys are extremely fast, and you know, sitting there on the line, I felt like my chances of winning were basically 1 in 6. You know, all the guys were fast and good. So things happen real quick. You got to make quick decisions. You know, I chose to get out in front in the first turn. You know, I was in a position where I was able to do that. Didn't come out of the turn with as much speed, but I was in the lead, and then Darren was able to get back by me on the slower part of the course. And I kind of drafted him down through the fast section, and then I'd been telling myself this whole time, there's no way I'm going to try to pass anybody in the fast little left down there, but you know, I ride with Darren a lot, and I just decided all of a sudden, it's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to pass him right there. So I used the draft and just came up alongside of him right on the inside and kind of skipped across the road, and I felt his feet touch the back of my board a little bit, and got out in front of him and then just kind of held on for dear life after that. I didn't, you know, I knew there was just a whole train of guys behind me, so you can never, even if you're out in front, you can never just ease up.
First place, Dave Rogers.
Perfect. One sec. 3, 2. Come on. There you go.
He's slow like his camera.
It's 6.
Those are cool.
Yeah,
I like that. Thanks.
I recognize you.
Aviemore, I think it's gorgeous.
Watch out.
Aviemore rocks! Yeah!
I'll come back again anytime they have it.
I'd really like to come back here if they want to do this race again. I'll be back.
The weather has been great. It's been beautiful. The scenery is beautiful.
Draw.